Welcome to another reading vlog. This week is gonna be a little bit different probably because I'm spending the week at my parents' house. Finally, I haven't been home since Christmas. But then on Saturday, we're leaving for South Tyrol again because we're going skiing like every year. So yeah, I'm still reading The Silkworm. I am 265 pages in or so. I'm liking it. It's a little bit slow paced, actually very slow paced, and there's so many characters and they have like very similar names somehow, and I keep mixing them up. Like I can't remember. There's like an author and an editor and a publisher, and like I don't know who is who all the time, so that's kind of annoying. And also I'm finding Strike very exhausting in this book. He literally, he was grumpy and kind of like this like I hate everyone kind of attitude in the first book as well. But I feel like in this one it's much worse. He has a prosthesis. He's an amputee, he has a prosthesis. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Prosthesis? I don't know. But basically, sometimes that's bothering him, and he is just so obnoxious to anybody who tries to help him. And I don't know, I can't imagine what it's like to be an amputee, but just, I can imagine, to a certain extent that must be very difficult. And I'm sure, especially if you're a proud person that's very independent and very self-reliant, it's even more difficult. But at the same time, like, people close to you are trying to help you and you're just being a dick to them. And it's not even like help coming from a place of pity, but just like from normal things that nice people do. Like if you see somebody struggling with something, regardless of the situation, you want to help them, right? Like that's, I think, to most people, the natural instinct. And to treat them like shit for that, I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. He's also kind of misogynistic at times, and I don't know if that's supposed to be subverted somehow, but I just don't like him anymore, really. I liked him a lot in the first book. I thought he was, more nuanced, I guess, and this one he's very reliant and very focused on that part of his personality, so I don't know. We shall see how it develops. Why is Robin so annoying? She has zero backbone in this book. I really quite enjoy that. Again, same with Strike. I feel like both of them were more well-rounded characters in the first book somehow. She has no backbone. Her fiance is literally the biggest stick, and he's like pushing her around, and she always is giving in, and I'm like, oh, stop it. Like, if that's who you're gonna be, right, good, fine, but then don't come like crying about like, oh no, he's like not letting me do my thing. Yeah, you're letting him not letting you do your thing. That's all on you too. Like, oh, why are you even, she keeps saying like, oh, she loves him. Like, why? For what godly reason could she possibly love him? He is exclusively an asshole, and I feel like, considering she's been in a relationship with him for like half her life or longer, I don't know, it kind of makes me like her less as well, because I'm like, you're literally in a relationship with a guy that loves you because you always give in. Like that's where you're at, and you're dumb enough to not have realized this sooner. Like, I don't know, I'm sorry. So yeah, I am heading back to my parents' house in like, I don't know, I think I'll leave in like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know. I just like wanted to get ready on time, in time, like quick enough so that I had like time, because I hate being stressed. I'm still gonna be stressed probably, but I hate being stressed.
Hochziehen. Du musst die Nippelbeine hochziehen.
Mehr geht nicht.
Schaut irgendwie aus wie eine Katze mit den Händen.
Aha.
Ja, jetzt ist es
Oh,
geschafft.
das ist okay.
Okay, das wird witzig. Jetzt musst du um mich hangeln.
Oh, shit.
Abwechselnd auch. Ja, so nicht. Oh, das geht's.
No!
Hopf immer, weil ich folge noch.
So.
Wenn du ein bisschen durchgehst, vielleicht ist es leichter.
Ah. Na?
Ja, Prost.
Komm schon.
Ja,
Ist ja gerade in der Luft.
Ja.
Okay.
und 4 gehen.
Nein.
Hast du es geschafft? Für gut?
Ruhestellen. Geh raus.
I'm tired. It's the nighttime at my parents' house. As you maybe saw in the clip earlier, my brother recently acquired an Oculus Rift like VR thing, and so we tried it out and it was really fun. And now I just finished. It's so warm. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's already 1 a.m. Oops. That's why I'm so tired, I guess. I give it like 3 stars. Yeah. It was very slow paced. I didn't feel like the characters could really carry the book as much. And it was a little boring. The ending was okay. It was like a good conclusion, I guess, but like it was way too slow up until that point. It's just not really suited for a mystery novel. And I usually don't mind if like the rest is fine, like the characters are really interesting and the rest of the plot, like their personal stuff is really interesting. It just wasn't the case in this book, so but it's okay. I'm gonna continue the series. I hope the sequels do get better. This guy is being so needy today. I don't know what's up with him. Like, he's always fairly needy. Like, if you don't touch him, he gets annoying. Because he needs so much attention. But I don't know what's wrong with him today. He's like super whiny and restless and keeps going downstairs and like looking out of the window, but like there's nothing outside. So I don't know what you want today. You're so needy. If you've seen, there's a really funny video by Jenna Marbles where she filmed I think it was Kermit. Anytime that he's like whining or disgusting like in a day, I feel like I should recreate that with this guy because it reminded me so much of him because he's so freaking whiny and needy all the time, and it's really cute as well, but it's really exhausting sometimes when you're trying to have a conversation and he just keeps like crying because he wants to be touched so badly. I'm so hot. I literally just filmed 3 videos, I think. Yeah, but they required a lot of like me holding books, carrying books, showing books, and it was exhausting. I enjoyed doing it because I've been planning to do these videos actually since Christmas time when I was here last, because obviously these like videos where I show you like my collection in some way or another, like best books, favorite books, whatever, require me to have all these books, and I can only do it here. So are you ready for the aftermath? Because I'm already scared of having to put these away. There's so many. Let me first show you my skeletal looking shelves right now. I mean, they've been gutted and cleaned. It's kind of sad. This is what I've done to myself. Again. Kind of feels like when I was doing my end of the year wrap-up videos, because I think I had like about as many books out. Yeah, fun times having to clean that up. I just put these all in a huge pile to take some pictures, and it looks massive. So I'm currently still reading The Midwich Cuckoos. For the most part today I was literally just filming and editing, so I filmed 3 videos and edited 2. The second of those is just exporting now. Well, the main reason I'm doing this is because I'm obviously going skiing next week, so I need basically, well, let me think, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, 4 or so videos scheduled to go up for the next week, and then I also need obviously a Friday video, so yeah, I need to like plan ahead and enough ahead as well so I can send my boyfriend the screenshots so I can make the thumbnails. So yeah, I'm currently very busy trying to get this all sorted out. So basically just now I'm just waiting for that to export so I can maybe edit the 3rd one today. We'll see if I get around to that because it's already 10 o'clock, but I'd really like that, and then tomorrow I can film some more, edit some more, hopefully sort it all out ahead of time, because it feels really good to be like ahead of your own schedule, even though I haven't really set a schedule. But yeah, as far as The Midwich Cuckoos goes, I'm enjoying it. I'm about almost halfway through. It's pretty short. It only is about 220 pages or so. So far nothing has happened besides what's on the back, like besides what the blurb says is gonna happen. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really comment on much so far. I think it's interesting. Very short though. But I did just find out that there is a YA adaptation or like a retelling of some sort of the same book. It's called The Fallen Children. It came out I think like 2 or 3 years ago. So now I kind of really want to read that and see how the YA version is, I guess. Because I think it's also told from like a different perspective, and yeah, it should be quite interesting to see. If you have read either this one or the YA version, let me know. So 2 of today's videos are already uploaded, and the third I just finished editing and yeah, finishing it, so now it just needs to export. I'm on top of everything today, you guys. I decided to come out here for a walk with my dogs because it's so sunny and nice out today. It's quite windy, but not here, so now I'm actually sweating. My dogs are so excited. They almost like couldn't handle the excitement at getting to go for a walk. This like makes me really happy to see them because they're just so excited. I finished the Midwich Cuckoos. I just finished it before leaving actually. I really liked it. I'm debating, trying to let it settle for a bit, but I might actually give it like 5 stars, which might sound excessive. Not excessive, but like, I don't know, I just really loved it. I loved it from start to finish. It's very creepy, but really well written and really, I don't know, unsettling, I guess is a good word for it. I really enjoyed it. I'm surprised actually by how much I enjoyed it, so yeah, we'll see. I'll have to think about it a little bit more, but I'm somewhere between 4 and 5 stars right now, so that was definitely a success. Loli! I'm trying to go to sleep, but this little guy has decided she wants to literally sleep by my face. She's so cute. She's been sleeping on my couch for the past like 5 hours, I think. And now I've been lying in bed reading, and I just turned off the light, and literally 2 minutes later, she came over and really wanted to cuddle. You're so cute. Oh my god. But it's really hard to sleep with her in the same bed or even in the same room because she's very active and moves around a lot and gets bored even at night. But yeah, just getting some cuddles. Apparently she just wanted me to like pet her for, I don't know, half an hour while I was still like watching something on my phone. And then she started like biting and scratching, like playfully. She's very careful, but still. So now I threw her out because it's like I think almost 2 a.m. I really need to sleep. Oh my god, my sleep schedule is a mess. Good night. So it is now Friday and I just finished Dark Shores by Danielle L. Jensen. I am so torn about this book. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. There's some things I really like and moments that I really loved it, and other moments where I just was rolling my eyes a lot. So I can't 100% like decide, I guess, on how I feel about it, how I liked it. So let's kind of do like a pro and contra list type of thing. So okay, things I liked were the writing style. I think Danielle L. Jensen has a wonderful writing style. I love her way with words. I really enjoy it. I liked the idea of the world being inspired by the Roman Empire. I liked the relationship at times. It's hard to say, like, I don't know. This is one of the points where I'm sort of torn on, I guess. I liked Marcus as a character. I liked Servius and Quintus and Mickey, I think is his name. So I liked like most of the characters. Okay, on the contra side, I felt like the world was not developed enough. There were some things like the Cynthier stems, I think is what it's called. That's like a means to travel across the world. It's very poorly explained and like developed. It's just sort of there and that's it. Felt a little short on, I feel like that could have been explained better, or like given more time. There were also kind of a few like abandoned plot like threads, kind of like Lydia, for example. It's just, I don't know if that's gonna be picked up again, but it's just gone basically. This is I think the thing, like it felt very much like a setup book for more stuff to come. So I'm gonna kind of take that into account in this review. It's not a real review, but like in this mini review right here, I do feel like it's very much a setup book to, you know, give you an introduction into the rest of the series. I don't like Tariana as a character, just kind of at all. I've said this before, I hate how she calls her mother mom because it's so, what's that word? Anachronistic, I think is what it's called. Basically not suiting the times that this is set in, because it's very modern abbreviation. She's very witty and sassy and snarky a lot of the times, and it seems like that is her entire personality. There's very little else except she cares for her family, right? She cares for her family and then she's just kind of a bitch most of the time. Okay, this is I think a very difficult line to tread. This between a character being sassy and witty, which I actually really like. I consider myself quite witty as well. I think it can be very funny at times and very appropriate, but she just overdoes it. Like anytime she says anything, it's usually some snarky comment that's completely unnecessary, and I get it. You know, I get being sort of antagonistic, but at the same time it's supposed to be this like quirky, like not adorable, but like this positive quality of hers that she's just constantly being a bitch. I don't know. I'm not a fan of her, just in general. I don't know about the relationship. It feels very forced sometimes. Like, if I liked it better towards the end of the book, but at the beginning it was very, again, I've said this in a previous video where I was talking about series and how the same author's series, Stolen Songbird, also has a hate to love romance, and I think it's done so well in that book. Like, no joke, I think it's resolved in the best way possible. In this book it just feels a little more forced. You have to kind of make usually the guy seem evil enough for the dislike of the female character towards him to be warranted, but not too evil so that they can't eventually fall in love and like forgive his past transgressions. And I think it's a little forced. This construction around him being evil, it's a little forced. It's very convenient at times is how I would put it, probably. I don't know. Another thing that I'm gonna say flat out, it says on the blurb that this is a book about pirates, that Tariana and her people are supposed to be pirates. There's not one instance in this entire book of any piracy whatsoever. There are seafaring people, so they're on ships constantly, but they have like positive relationships, I guess, or like alliances with all the land people. So they're not pirates. They don't, you know, plunder ships at all. I don't know if they do it other times. In this book, they never once did it, and literally the word pirate I think is mentioned once in the book towards the end, where she's somehow in a fight and it's like, oh, she doesn't fight like a legionnaire, she fights like a pirate. I'm like, what pirate? She's not a pirate. Can you at least like build her up in a way where I can believe that she's a pirate? I don't know. I just think it's a little misleading. Like, I understand the appeal of pirates, like it's kind of sexy and kind of cool and badass, but like you have to actually be a pirate and have her be a pirate for that to work. So that was a little, I just don't know. I can't buy into this. It's not working for me, but that's okay. Again, I think I'm gonna give this book like 3 stars, 3.5 stars. I can't say. I'm like, now just having finished it, I'm really into it because the ending is kind of cute, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think my biggest problem really with it is that it's trying to do too many things and is thereby not doing any of them really properly. This world in particular, compared to Stolen Songbird, requires kind of more world building, and so it's kind of short on that, but at the same time it was trying to do also a bigger focus on the romance, and not a bigger focus, but just as much of a focus as Stolen Songbird, but then there wasn't enough time anymore, so it's kind of like, it feels too short almost for the goals it set itself. So yeah, it should have probably been longer. Bottom line, I'm a little bit disappointed, but at the same time I still quite enjoyed it. I'm gonna read the sequels. I'm excited for this book. And yeah, also for packing, I have to figure out how many books I want to bring. We'll figure it out. To find out, you will have to come back next week for the next reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you very soon with another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you then. Bye!